Hey y'all, welcome to Large Family Diabetic Cooking. Today we're doing a copycat recipe of Cheez-Its. And I'm making sharp cheddar and white cheddar. So I got the first batch in the refrigerator and I'm going to show you how to do. I'm going to put the white cheddar together and get it in the refrigerator, and we're going to pull the sharp cheddar out, roll it out, and get it in the oven. So let me preheat my oven to 350. Okay, my granddaughter is sitting here because she wants to say hi. Come here, May. Come here. Oh, watch your head, baby. Give me this. Give me your piggy bank. All right. Say hi. And there's Izzy. You guys can't see her, but she just got done eating a bag of potato chips, so she's got sour cream and onion all over her face. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. All right, I'm getting ready to get started, so I got to get the kitties out of the kitchen. Come on. Take your bank. All right, come on, let's go. You guys go out. Grandma got to get her apron. Go ahead. Daddy's calling you.
1, 2, 2.
All right, let me get my apron. All right. Are you helping me, or are you? All right, so you're just gonna keep an eye on the kids then? All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, Michael was going to help me today, but kids are in rare form today, not wanting to listen. So he'll help me another time. All right, so now what we're going to do is I have my Ninja blender and I have my scale. I got a scale from Amazon. It's a little food scale, so I can make sure that I get everything right and accurate. So we're going to take the lid off that, and we're going to cut up our white cheddar cheese. So let's get this cut up. I'm doing a double recipe. The original recipe calls for 8 ounces. So I'm doing a double recipe. Oh, there it is. So we're going to cut up our cheese and get our 16 ounces of cheese. White cheddar. I'm going to do a little bit extra of the cheese so that it has that white cheddar taste. I'm not going to do too much extra. So we're going to, May, no. I love the taste of white cheddar. Okay, so let's get this on. We're going to put it on here. I left the blade in because I'm going to chop up the cheese and then I'm going to add the other stuff that goes, whoops, wrong way. So we're going to turn this on and hit blend. This in here. Now we're going to turn on our scale here. on, okay, it's on ounces. Nope, let's hit that again, put it on 0. You guys can't see what I'm doing, so let me turn you down. Okay, I had this, and I put it on here, and it put it to, okay, it's back at 0 again. Good. All right. We had to hit the release button. All right. So now we're going to add what's in here. We need 16 ounces of cheese. I'm going to do a little bit over. We're at 9.3. We're at 11. Gotta get all this cheese out so that we have the correct measurement. But like I said, we're going to I need this other package of cheese. $16 ounces is 1 pound. So I want to do just a little bit over. I want to do about maybe 17 or 18 because it calls for 16. I only want a little bit extra, more extra cheddar cheese. So let me get this cut open. And then what I don't use, this will I'll probably put this back in the freezer. That way my cheese lasts long. All right. That should be enough to put me where I need to be. So let's find out. Whoops. That's my rolling pin. Okay. In here and see where we're at. All right, we're at 17. Which is where I wanted to be. So now we're going to put this back in. We're going to put our, let me turn this off. We're going to put our cheese back in. And then we're going to put in 1 stick, which is 8 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to mix that up. Off, turn this off, turn it off, seriously, off, thank you. Okay, now we're going to add 1 stick of butter, and it has to be cold butter, right out of the refrigerator. this up. These in here. Let's put the lid on this. I'm gonna cover this up and get this in the freezer because we don't need all this cheese. Oh, no, I do need it because I'm making my Southern mac and cheese. I'm making a couple trays of those tonight and get them in the freezer so that way we have them. All right, so let's hit power and where I need it. So now I need to get some water. It says 4 to 6 tablespoons of water. I need to get that and my flour out. Alright, let me put my oven on. Get my cold water. Get my flour out. Then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of flour. So, all right, now we're going to do 1 cup of flour at a time. Okay, we're going to pour this on. You guys can't see what I'm doing because this is in the way. So, hold on. You're going to roll this out and bake it for 15 to 17 minutes. But when you do the dough part of it, which is this part that we're doing right now, is the dough part of it. It has to go in the refrigerator for 1 to 2 hours. I'm doing an hour. I'm going to blend the first batch of flour in. Okay. Now I'm going to do my tablespoon of salt. Or teaspoon, sorry. Teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, and 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, and now we're going to add our other cup of flour. Put that over there so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to add this in. I'm going to add a little bit of water. It says 1 to 2 tablespoons until it comes together as a dough. But because I did the first batch, I ended up having to do, I think it was 2 tablespoons of water. But if it gets crumbly, you need to add another tablespoon of water. Okay, this is perfect. So we can unplug this and I will show you what it looks like. Let me go get these in the sink. I will pull out. Let me get one of these out. And then I'm going to pull some out so you can see what the dough looks like. You see that? That's what your dough should look like. And this is going to go in the refrigerator for 1 hour. And we're going to pull the other dough that I already have in. We're going to pull that out. We're going to pull that dough out. Trying to be careful because this is very sharp and I don't want cut. All right, let's get this in the sink. We're going to put the rest of the dough in here. And it's going to go in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Now we're going to do the next part. I'm going to go put this in the refrigerator and we're going to get started on the next part. I'm going to pull out the other dough that I already did. Let me fill this up with some hot soapy water so it can okay. Now I'm going to pull out the dough I already have. I gotta get a couple trays because I'm going to need them. Alright, I need a bench scraper. 2 pieces of parchment paper that we're going to put together here like this. Let me move this out of my way because you guys are going to need to be able to see what I'm doing. And we're going to take out I don't know if you can see. There you go. And we're going to cut this dough in half. This is going to go in here. We're going to roll this piece out. get ready and roll this piece out. I need to put a little bit of flour on top.
I smell plastic.
That's the oven it's on.
Okay. Like I knew I smelled something like.
Right. I cleaned the oven a couple days ago, so it's going to take a couple days for that smell to go away. All right, so now we're going to roll this out in between the parchment paper. That's what it says to do on the It says to roll it out between parchment paper, but this is a little hard to do. I'm going to try it without it and see how it does. Because that parchment paper is just sliding everywhere. I need it thin. Put that back there. Let's do this. Put this down here. All right. Put this up here because we're going to try and make it as square as possible. Hopefully. Roll it up this way. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make it square again. Square it off. Square this off. Okay, now we're going to cut these into squares, 1-inch squares. I'm going to try and judge it. Wait a minute, let's do this. I need a knife. Because I forgot that this has cut this piece off right here. And we're going to cut this all the way down. Oh, I messed up a little bit, but all right. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to whoops. Now we're going to I twisted my thing again. I wasn't trying to do that, but now we're going to cut them across. Now this recipe says that it makes about 550. So, and that's for the single recipe. So I doubled this recipe because I want to have plenty that it lasts the whole entire month. But these kids love their Cheez-Its, so I don't know. Grandma trying to save some money. And these little crackers here, they're expensive. All right. Now, I can cook them like this because they're already separated. I can cook them just like this on here. But I'm thinking that maybe you know what? No, I'm just going to, because that's just too much. I'm just going to take it like this and slide it right on here. There we go. And then we'll just spread them out a little bit. And I laid one. We'll spread them out a little bit. We don't have to spread them out too much. Okay, that might not work, but we'll try it this way and see how it turns out. We're gonna put it in the oven for 15 minutes. Actually it says 15 to 17 minutes, that's it. So now we're gonna put these in the oven and we're gonna roll out our next one. I knew there was another piece under there. Put this in and put it on 17 minutes. or 15. We'll start out with 15. Clear, timer, 15. Start. All right, let's roll out our next dough. This didn't help me any, so that's gonna go. And then I'll use my leftover dough that I have here. And get some more flour. We're going to roll these out. I'm going to try and shape this into a square so that makes it easier. And then get this parchment paper out and roll it out on top of the parchment paper, but not, you know what I mean? All right, so let's go this way, this way. All right, and then we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna come this way. Okay, and then we're gonna try and get this as thin as possible. It says 1/8 of an inch thin. Is how thin you want to get it. Oops. Stop doing that. All right, we got it pretty thin, so now we got to square it off. Square it off and then get it cut up and ready to go on our next tray. All right, so let's square it up. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this in this bag so that it doesn't get dried out. And I'll roll that little bit out and make that for them so that way it doesn't go to waste. All right, so now I gotta do my little 1 inch bench scraper, you have these little inch things on here. And I'll show you here in a second. Let me finish this up. Okay, and you got little 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to cut this end off right here because we don't need it. And I'll put that in here. And then we're going to cut up the rest of our and 8 more minutes. And now as soon as they come out, I have to take them off the pan, and they're going to go directly onto one of these baking sheets, because if you don't, or baking racks, because if you don't, they'll continue cooking and then they'll get too crispy. And you don't want that. So, let me put that back here for right the moment. Put these two right here. All right, let's get these cut up and get them on our tray. And then those are going to go in after the first batch comes out. Pay attention, make sure it's straight. They smell good, and it's only been in for we got 6 minutes and 10 seconds left, so. Okay. Now it's time to come across. I think the kids went outside. They always leave the TV on, go outside. I think Dad took them out to keep them out of the kitchen. Alright, and then we're going to get these. I'm trying to keep them from lifting up, but because I guess it's the dough. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's do this row. We got one more row to do, and then we're gonna put them on the tray. And we've got 3 minutes and 41 seconds left on the next tray. And then these will go in for 15 minutes. Okay. All right. So now we're going to try and slide these on. Let me move this a little bit out of the way. And then I'll fix the ones that flipped over. Oh, only one did. Okay. Just a little bit. This dough is very delicate, so try not to mess with it too much, except for when you're rolling it out. And do like I did, do it on parchment paper because it makes it easier to just slide it on, and then when the one batch comes out, this one will go in. So we've got 1 minute and 58 seconds. So, and then these are going to go in. They puffed up. I'm not going to put any salt on them because it's got salt in the batter, and like I said, I'm trying to control their salt and sugar intake, so I don't want to give them too much. I need to roll that out. So as soon as these come out, I'm going to show you what they look like, and then get them on the cooling rack so that they can cool. So let me get my, and that's how you're doing them. But the reason why I did 2 batches was because I did one that was sharp cheddar, and the other one I did was white cheddar. So I had one in the refrigerator, so that way it was already prepped, so I could show you while the next one goes in what you need to do. So this is pretty much about it, really. Zero. You got a hold of this. So it's because my kids never put anything back where it's supposed to be. Okay, now I'm going to show you what these look like. They're supposed to be lightly golden, which they are, but I think they need a little bit more time. I'd say about another 2 more minutes. And then we'll pull them out. Well, wait a minute, let me see. Let me make sure I'm doing this right because I don't want to mess it up. It said light to medium golden brown. Okay, so that is light. So I am going to take those out. And then we're going to let those do what they need to do, and we're going to get these ones in and set the timer again for another 15 minutes. Timer. 15. Start. And there you go. That's what they look like. And I rolled those out thin and they still puffed up. So, again, this is Stephanie with Large Family Diabetic Cooking. Thank you for coming in with me and making some crackers for the babies. So, I will see you all later. And you guys have a fantastic day. I love you guys. Bye. Later. Not bye. Later.